Yeah, I was enjoying Maneater.
All right,
It
I'm
was
gonna
kind
do
of
Black
loud
Book.
though.
You want to do it on your own? Because last time I did Black Book, I did it on my own. You want company for it, or what's up?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Then I saw in there. It's a lot of talking on my part. I think this is something that I should actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do this on my own. It's a lot of talking. I have to do a lot of reading.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go then.
All right, I'll catch you later when I'm done with this.
Yeah,
If you're still up. All
probably
right,
will be.
all right,
I'm can chill in here, or you can chill here
all right. Later.
later.
We're doing Black Book. Last we left off, we helped a changeling girl escape from a Bonnick, and now we are traveling to go meet her family to meet the changeling that was left in her place, which is an ashen demon, to
And the
unlock the
Banitsa
second
vanished,
of the seven seals.
and here I
Balichka. Bonix. They lived well in wealth and affection until Maslenitsa, when the soldier grew sad. Who is my mother-in-law? Who should I visit for the feast? His young bride answered him. Let's go to the next village, where a woman has been nurturing a baby boy for 16 years, but he still hasn't grown. They left for this village and arrived there on a Wednesday. They sought out the house and found the woman cradling her baby. The baby cried, but neither ate nor drank. The bride grabbed at the bundle, threw it over her left shoulder, and cried, Do you know what you're raising? The baby turned into a log, and the girl says, I'm your real daughter. When you, mother, left me in the banya, a Bannock switched me with this log and cast a veil over your eyes. Since then, their life returned to as it should be. You picked up the Obdrika's Wreath. To prevent Bannock from taking you, pour water over yourself after washing, saying, As water falls from a goose, so does bad things fall from me. And we have to deal with our chorts. As you ordered, Theodore One Eye stuck a tall stake into Hell's Lake and had been trying to sink it by pouring water over it, until drowners chased him away. I don't need the -1 again, so we're sending him back to the meaningless job. Theodore One Eye. I remember what I'm doing. We have 4 sins right now, and our book, this is going to be the thing that gets me in trouble. Remembering what state our book is in, but it will be okay. I trust previous Helminian to have everything in order.
What a tale! Well, Kolya, you sure got lucky. Sure did find me a fine maiden, a pretty one.
Come on, old Yegor. Don't be like that.
Ah, don't worry, I'm not trying to curse you or anything.
I don't know what to do now.
How are you still alive after 18 years?
Nothing to it, really. Wherever the Banya stove is lit, we're with her. Her mind has grown weak, sort of. She's rather old, but she's also taught me things. She's taught me quite a bit. I am an ogre myself, to a certain extent.
She's gone. I doubt she can follow you.
It's not so easy to get rid of her. Soon she'll revive in the dark. She can't die. I'm not entirely in the human world, to tell the truth. Until I'm married, she can bring me back.
Remember I asked you to question the Abduriha about an aspen demon?
She switched me with an aspen chort, it turns out. This chort now lives with my family. With my mother and father.
That's where we'll go. That's the kind of demon I need.
Good, I remember the way.
So, Kolya, are you going to make good on your word?
I sure am. I'm doing it all by the book, nice and proper. But where would the matchmakers go?
I remember the village. the Abdericha stole me from. I remember the minute you freed me. I lived in Pakcha. My relatives still live there.
My sincerest apologies for the inconvenience. Okay, Matriona.
Send the matchmakers there. Though I need to go there with Vasilisa first. You'll find your Aspen demon there.
Okay, demons. Let's go.
Let's go then.
New task. We have visitors, and then we can speak with Nikolai.
Feels like it was all in a dream.
I felt this way also, when I first stepped into the ethereal world.
I feel as if I've been asleep for all my life.
Same.
They say the changelings learn a lot from evil spirits.
That's true. The Bonning's been teaching me.
I remember this. She talks about how, like, the Bonnet taught her things here and there, but
Urged me on with burning coals, so I would learn better.
forgot that part.
Well, now I know quite a bit.
I hope so.
Like a witch?
Well, maybe not like a witch. I'm nowhere close to you. I know a thing or two, though. About herbs, talismans, and so on. Maybe I'll help you sometime.
I love her. I love Matriona's voice actor. It's
Are
like
the other children with you?
very ethereal. Love it.
There were. Not for long, though. The ones that you saw were made by the Abdericha out of coals. But there were others. If a woman giving birth curses her child, or if somebody doesn't ask for permission to come in, the Abdericha tried to lure them in. Always had some coals, shaped as toys or candy in her hands. So when the child came close, she grabbed it.
Where are those other children?
That's the thing. Not everyone lives through it. Some are strangled by chords, some perish from sadness. I had friends, you know.
How does it feel to finally be in a human house?
It's exactly the way I imagined it. A different world entirely. There used to be undead, darkness, but here, there's life.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
The optimal shape for a human dwelling is round, with the hearth at it is with the hearth is at its center. It heats and lights the space evenly. In the north, these kinds of houses were difficult and impractical to build. As a result, the inevitable corners of the wooden izba were dark and cold. For precisely this reason, they became the homes for all of the household spirits. No house stands without a domovoi. The domovoi is a transformation of the ancestor spirit. Thus, the mythological chain Izba, home, family, world. The Izba serves as a link between the micro and macrocosmos. It is a place of birth and a place to dwell, a place to marry, cook, and die in. And then we have just Izba. The Izba is a traditional Russian countryside dwelling. They are commonly found in forest steppes, and on the banks of rivers. Usually, izbas are built from conifers. On forest steppes, izbas are sometimes built from birches, even though this type of tree is rarely used in construction. The interior of an izba is laid out according to tradition. Coins and other offerings to the guardian spirit of the house are placed on a shelf in the red corner. By tradition, the hearth was always placed diagonal to the red corner. And then I did my things with my shorts. I'm not gonna send them all off because I don't want to accumulate sin.
I still wonder how word gets out in the land of Perm. I traveled to Vilgord. No one fears me like they used to anymore. Must have heard that I transferred the power to you.
So why weren't you killed at the crossroads?
Ha! So the fiends circled around me. Well, I think that's it. We'll meet Timofey soon. Then I see one demon wearing a red hat. So I grabbed it. Then everything froze. Turns out the hat was changed to him. The demons went round and round, glaring at me with their fiery eyes. And their leader says, "Return the hat. I'll do anything." He could bring back my brother, though. I asked him then, "Where do you come from, you accursed demons?" And what do you know? Prokopy, the holy fool, sent them for me as a sort of a sacrifice. It wasn't the master of the forest who helped him, but demons all along. The children who disappeared in Vilgord were also his doing. He fed them all to his chords. Timofey among them. Devil curse Prokopy's soul. If I ever see him in hell, even there I'll try to curse him. I'll make sure he suffers. I will.
When we go to hell, we're beating Prokopy's ass.
What did you do with the chorts?
Send them to kill Prokopy. In the end, everyone thought he had drank one too many. But it was my shorts. That's not the end of it. But I'm tired. Next time I will tell you about the Black Book.
Why would the Banya bride need the...
I reckon it's the she need thing. You see, there's no living man without a cross. This girl never had any of that.
Feels like
I felt this way all
I've
as if I've
spoke
been
to all these
asleep for
people
all my
before.
life.
Let's go.
Proshka.
What do you want?
Proshka's accent throws me
Can't you
off.
see? I'm
to this day.
I'm sleep. Ask what you wanted. I need to sleep. Got tired.
Let's go.
I already know about all that. I can't play the card game very well, but we have a visitor. It's a hairy demon.
Hello to you, witch! The talk of the West is that you're a powerful knower, so I came to you.
Came to you.
I brought some bread. It's stale, but it's all I have.
It's stale.
There's an Yertnik in our cemetery terrorizing the entire area. She died, you see, but hadn't passed on her shorts. You know how it goes.
Very well. I'll drop by when I'm near.
Let's go. Where's the side mission? Right here? Where are we starting from? We could bring Nikolay. We can bring Proshka. I want to bring Proshka. I think it'd be very fun. I've been
You have
bringing
goosebumps.
Nikolay the whole
A
time.
sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, a dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavr dealer.
Be wise and go forth. No literal serve as your daily bread.
By Zagovias. I don't. I don't want to buy anything from him right now because I have pretty much. Oh, we're here. We need to go here. I've pretty much got like every page I can from
You
the
hear
first
the loud
seal of the book.
cries of an infant coming from the woods. Is this a demon's trick or an actual child? You can't tell from here.
It's a demon
You
trick.
see a defenseless infant lying between the branches of a split tree. There are some gifts for the Leshy nearby. It seems that the peasants left their child in hopes that he would be cured of a disease. As a rule, the baby is left for several days in a forest in the hope of a miracle. You know well that the Leshy won't bother to help the child get well. This infant won't survive the night out here on its own. You think about what to do next.
I'm taking the gifts and I'm bringing the
You
child
bring
back.
the child to the closest village and steal the Leshy's gifts. You get lucky and quickly find the child's parents. You explain to them the dangers of such treatment and tell them to come to you for advice and herbs. The parents look scared, and it seems that they've learned their lesson.
We got 3 sins from that, which isn't really worth it in my opinion, but we make peace with these things as we go.
It seems the witch doctor expected your visit. She must have learned about it from her chorts. Her entire house is filled with fragrant, dried herbs. It seems this is the place to buy some useful ones.
What? Want some pranics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
What herbs do you have? And why are they so expensive? None of these seem useful to me.
You notice a familiar silhouette of the wooden church among the branches. You decide to come inside and rest a bit from the long road. When you come closer, you understand that this church has been long since abandoned. The windows are boarded up, and here and there you can see holes in the walls, as black as empty eye sockets.
The last time we went to an empty church, we found Proshka, so, do it.
You can't overcome your curiosity and push on the mossy door. After a moment, your eyes adjust to the darkness. After the old building is filled with an eerie silence. It seems that this place still holds the mysterious power of the church services once held here. You look around and find a forgotten purse with golden rubles. You take it and continue your journey.
Not too bad, not too bad.
You breathe in the chilly air. The night silence envelops you like a black blanket. You look around. The village houses are frozen still, waiting for the dawn. At the village edge, you notice the bent shadow of an abandoned izba. Inside, you notice a crooked doorway to a galbietz and an ink-black cellar behind it. You peek inside. The cellar has been buried beneath the earth and broken boards for a long time now.
The gold bits in a wooden izba is a construction near the furnace that can be used to reach the top of the furnace and also serves as the entrance to the basement. Tall ones are called Gulbit's lockers. It can serve as a closet with decorated partitions and a narrow door. The Gulbits served as the entrance to a stairway leading down into the basement. Food and produce were kept in the coolest parts of the Gulbits. Sometimes the closest closet portion is called the upper Gulbits, and the basement is called the lower Gulbits. The Gulbits was traditionally placed near the furnace opposite the red corner. We're gonna get the songs. I like when the songs are here. We'll listen to them. We also heal
You
when we
hear
sing
the
with people.
lingering sounds of songs long known to you. At one of the izbas, you see a late-running Vichorka. It may be worth stopping to listen for a while. You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Wonderful. We haven't fought anything yet, which is very surprising to me.
At night, the roads of Perm province
But
are not the
I
safest
shouldn't
of places for
count
the
my
common folk.
chickens
This
before they
time,
hatch.
it is not demons that block your path, but rather 3 highwaymen.
Roshka.
Roshka approaches the bandits and, with a human voice, casually asks for a smoke. The bandits flee to the forest in horror.
Oh god, that'd be great. The cat, like, run your pockets. The cat walks up. Spare a cig. We're leaving immediately. This is where we need to go. This old cemetery is abandoned. It's said that people from ancient times are buried here. That means that this is a powerful place. Maybe I could find some useful items? Yeah, we'll go beat someone's ass. I don't mind.
You enter an old moonlit cemetery. Wooden tombstones are half broken. They stand in the dark like a squad of silent soldiers, each one staring at you blindly. You remember that this is the cemetery where the old hag Manka was buried. She was a famous witch Ikotnik. You search the silent cemetery and feel your skin crawl, a sign that evil spirits are nearby. One of the graves is dug up as if by a wild beast. You come closer. You almost fall over, but hold on to an old cross. Immediately, you realize that the old witch left her demons inside the crucifix.
She's hiding demons in her crucifix? Manka's shorts. So we have Jarman, which is some of our sides. He's going to protect him, and he's going to poison me. We need to nuke down this man, so... yeah, we'll do this. He'll die. And George the Allfather doesn't do too much for us. We'll do this Jester just to hit him, and then we'll do this to heal up whatever we may encumber in the time. Hydrate and stretch. We're still poisoned, which blows. He's gonna hit us for 4. We can't particularly hit him hard. So we are going to... We'll do this. George the Allfather. Hit him with the fierceness. I don't want to... We're not going to hit him with the fierce. We're going to hit him with the waste. It's just more worth our time. And he doesn't really have a positive effect. It's only one hit. It's well versed, so it's only going to do 2, I believe. I'm better off healing in my mind. And I believe our poison has resolved, so we can just kill him. I don't really want any of these. We're gonna take in Father's name, but I don't want it to be added. Why are my shorts still giving me notifications? Who's Good in the Village? And then we have Don't You Shake a Wins and Oh My Friends. They're all very good songs. We have to make sure Ketong is fine, Amen is fine. I feel like we could nuke Nava, but I'm not willing to drop any damage yet. Our AoE is becoming less important. I have to do the stretch and this hydrate. So stretch. Stretched. And for hydrate, I'll just sip a little bit of juice. Daijoubu. Okay. Let's get back into it. It seems Proshka doesn't fight. He didn't offer us anything.
You finally reach the Changeling Bride's home village. Houses are scattered among grim firs. You feel the presence of evil spirits, and the book also seems to tremble with anticipation. You soon find the Izba, where the presence of evil spirits is strongest. As you approach, you hear the shrill cries of a baby coming from inside. The bride bites her lip and shifts from one foot to the other. You sigh. You'll need to make the first move.
Of children stolen in Banya. It is said not to leave a child in the Banya right after delivery, for a newborn might be stolen by the head of the Banya and replaced with something. If the mother notices this, she's to call for a knower to get her child back. But the head of the Banya is clever. He might give them a pigeon or a cat instead of a baby. To prevent this, one had to know special words. Otherwise, the mother might end up nursing a log or a broom.
Who goes there?
Agafia Filipovna.
My baby can't sleep. Who are you girls? What do you need?
Your child is a demon. See for yourself.
Vasilisa said, fuck your feelings.
Daria's changeling lies in the cradle, looking exactly like a human baby. How can I make him show his true form?
Throw that thing over your shoulder.
You lift the baby and quickly toss it over your shoulder.
Christ's kingdom, what are you doing, you witch?
Take a look at who you're raising.
The crying baby turns into a piece of wood.
Step aside. Hide over the stove.
As soon as the mother and daughter climb above the stove, the log attacks you.
I'm getting my ass beat by a log? Aspen log. summon more evil spirits? We're going full offense then. Waste away. Do this. Bring these back. Start with George the Father. Then go into the waste. Then hit it. And then do in Father's name. Roshka's defense is his ability. He's here. He does something. He gives us 5 defense, which is not as good as Igor's in my opinion. Wouldn't me? Oh God! Oh, this is so much. Oh, I'm only being hit for 13. They're going to do their thing for 20 defense. It's no big deal. We need to defend. And no. Keep wasting away the one that's in front of us. And we're gonna remove the positive status effect on... Let's just pick this one. I don't particularly mind. We're not doing enough damage. We spec into like a waste build, which is my issue here, but... And the ward we have means... we can't ward. What do you mean we hit him for 67? I think something's wrong. Some of them are fakes. I have to remember to use my fucking Krushka's aid. I have to remember to get the Healy. I'm dumb. Aspen tree on. We got an achievement. Firmer than stone is not something I mean. I'll take another one of these, but I'm not particularly. We got a friend, Makarko. He was once a Susedgo until he killed his host. Gained 2 waste on the start of battle. Had
The
blows.
bride tells her mother who she is. They hug. You can only guess how it feels to lose 18 years of your life. At the same time, the log turns into black smoke and sweeps into the black book. You feel dizzy. The world turns around you in a violent gale, disappearing in flames. Everything becomes dark.
I too black out in people's homes from time to time. We're going to the devil.
Impressive. In only a week's time, the first seal is gone. All that's left is to open the seal. As I told you, you are very talented.
I should remind everyone what our goal here is to break the 7 seals on the black book to bring our husband back to life, or our betrothed, our fiance.
Who are you and why do you drag me into this hole? Why shouldn't I feed you to my book?
And lose such an invaluable helper. All of your Zagavars. It is I who empower them. They would not be as strong without me in your service. You will learn the nature of such things in time.
Why are the seals blocked with passes? Was the book written by the people of Perm?
Nothing of the sort. The book changes, adapts. I think the book has been testing you. If you could not figure out the primitive symbols of the truths, you would be unworthy of it.
So what do I do now? Where do I find the next evil spirit?
You can't figure this out yourself?
If I could figure it out myself, why did you drag me here?
Others have spent years, decades even, just to break one seal. The next seal, as you know, is of water.
Mermaid
I
adventure.
imagine it won't be difficult to find Evajanoi. Not in your neck of the woods.
A male water spirit. A Vojanoi.
What happened to that log? Why was it sucked into the book?
Surely you don't think you get your wishes for free. You must feed the fire. Some spirits just vanish, absorbed by the book. Others possesses power enough to break the seal.
Who did it before me?
People of greatness who became greater when they reached the end of the Black Book. The Black Book makes wishes come true. It can be used in many ways. You should think about how you can use it.
It's time for me to return to the light.
Is that all you wished to ask me? Very well. You may go. We will meet again when you break the water seal. I would, however, think carefully on the subject of our next chat if I were you. Me being such a priceless assistant.
Chapter 2. How to visit a Vonyanoi. A Vonyanoi. It's something like that. Vonyanoi.
Wake up, Vasya! Vasilisa!
Grandpa?
Well, have you come to your senses? How did you end up here? A minute ago, no one was here.
You tell old Yegor about your meeting with the Chort.
So the second seal is gone.
Yep.
Now it's time for a water one. Good job, Vasya. Good job. We might actually make it. Well, you rest a bit now, before your next task.
Roshka.
Vasya, what's that? What in the name are you doing? You can't pat me.
Why can't I?
I'm not your cat. I'm a demon, alright?
You gonna tell me you don't like being pet, though?
Can't bet you. Let me tame him with a good poker hit.
Wait, what poker? Are you mad, Gramps?
Maybe that will make you a better Susetko. I have to feed you for that out of my canned heart. Yesterday, some bird flew in. I had to chase it off. Where were you then? Huh? Not a sign, you furry short.
Why, stop. Come on, you'll hate me, damn it. Be careful, Igor. All right, I get it. I will do a better job as a Susetka from now on.
That's better. Next time my hit will find its mark.
He's not the kind to spoil his children.
I know, right? So you can take any shape?
I can. A wolf or a man, take a pick. Usually don't need it though. Ordinary people see us as shadows, nothing more. The rest they imagine themselves.
What happened after you became a spirit?
Seems like I do remember. We Susetkas can see future quite well. The past we forget after a century or so. I was from Chut's tribe, I think.
You're one of the Chut? They say Chut are small and wide-eyed. And you're cats!
There are spirits like that, called Chut. People lived here, a tribe like Komi-Pyrmians, a long time ago. So, I was one of them. There was my hut, at the same place where the church was built. Or a dugout it was. I remember exactly that I lived at the same spot. They must have buried me under the threshold, so I became a house spirit. And when Isba was gone and the church appeared, then I must have moved there. A lot of things happened. I will stir my memory a bit more about how I was Susetka in that Isba. Tell you later.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
Nikolay is gone! You unlock the Black Book seal. You can find new pages by choosing any unlocked seal section. At the start, you can only choose from several available pages. The rest you'll have to get by defeating evil spirits or completing tasks. The Aspen seal is done. Ain. Style. The page effect applies if all the pages in Zagovir are of matching color. And it also has a well-versed. This is Cain and Abel. Serpent Sting. It's a status that you have. Abel's here. And then we have Circle, which is just one quick one. Let's we're gonna clear out the whole thing and we're gonna start from scratch. So we are using these. we're just going over our orders. These are good. The waste is good. Nava is good. Koldunvin. I really just want to go over my orders. So, the scrolls. We do need these. Or, no, I'd rather use... these and then filter. George the Father's a necessity for me. A voil is something that I'm interested in. Babushka Mandolina is not something that I use a very lot of. And Father's Name is good. Babushka Seraphimushka is fine. Koldun Fiend is something that I'm like thinking I'm going to use more of, but let's look over what we just got. So Koldun Fiend. In my mind, I've really just cut out a lot of pages and minimized our deck size by a lot to make room for new things. I do feel that we're lacking block. But that's something I'm hoping to get from Abel. And I'll take one cane as well. We can level up. We've accumulated some knowledge. Words deal 1 more damage. We can't get to increase the keys. More meaningless tasks. So our shorts. Okay, now we have 2 meaningless jobs. Meaningless job. I don't know what this little leaf thing is. Like, it's sent a 30% chance to bring back an herb is what this is telling me, I think. So let's go by the worst to deal with. The -1 to damage is by far the worst. So, Theodore, you're going. Meaningless job. Gaining the waste is kind of like suck. But nuking our defensive pages is worst. Get out of here. I'll deal with that. And then we're gonna make peace with what we have, so resistance to ward, and then the -4. That's as much as I'm willing to deal with. Igor doesn't have anything new. Proshka doesn't have anything new. We have some visitors. Please don't let it be a demon. It's a dude. Love it.
Well met.
Okay.
Is this the house of old Igor?
It's my house too, but yes.
That's right. What brings you here?
Here, I brought a gift for you. Salt. Hear me out, please.
Okay.
I'm from Ust-Barovsk. I have a salt factory there.
The presence of strong salt brine and vast woodlands on the banks of Kama, Chuzovaya, and Osolka contributed to the rapid growth in the number of salt pans. Initially, salt was boiled out of brine extracted from wells with primitive brine pipes. Later, salt refineries emerged with more complex extraction processes. Some of them stayed active up until the second half of the 20th century.
I'm Pahom Nikolaevich, the manager. My business is quite serious. I need to speak to you eye to eye.
Pahom, got
You
it.
need to speak to Vasilisa. She's the one in charge here now.
See, Igor knows.
A knower girl? That's a dangerous job.
No such thing as a safe job. Everything is as God wills it.
It is as you say. God abandoned our salt works. One day there's some noise in the salt oven. Another, some shadows near the salt boxes.
So what? I see nothing strange. These things happen all over the gubernia.
A major administrative subdivision of the Russian Empire.
This is true. However, there was no brine at first. And the other day, some workers went missing. It's been several days. The police don't care. They say they'll be back. I've already organized my own guards. I myself saw a kind of shadow near the barns. It disappeared the moment I saw it. I was told you can help me deal with spirits, and so I came here.
I guess I could look at it.
Tell me, Pahom Nikolaevich, how people went missing.
A week ago we hit brine. It just started gushing out. So we started working it, day and night, filled all the salt boxes. I put Alexei from Gorodishevo on the night shift. He went missing. People said he went on a binge. The local doctor says he's an alcoholic.
Damn.
And then Pyotr went missing, also on the night shift.
Did you try to figure out who is kidnapping these people?
Yes. On the third day, I sent a couple of strong men, myself among them.
But are you a strong man?
All was quiet at first, and then, at night, some sort of shadow appeared.
The devil.
Trishka called out to it, but it started thrashing about.
With epilepsy.
I still get chills thinking about it. I crossed myself, and the shadow ran to the barn, or to the oven, or to the salt box. I couldn't tell which.
It's split into 3.
Come morning, I saddled the horses.
You waited until the daytime?
Tell me about your salt works.
It isn't close. A factory near Ust-Urolka. We do everything there. Extract the brine and load the permianko onto the barges. Permianka is what we call our salt. Accidents happen, can't avoid them. But we never had to deal with demons.
You said the salt started to disappear.
For half a year we had little to no salt. Disasters, one after the other. But we held on. Now we struck brine. Workers have gone missing.
I won't leave you hanging.
But if we help you, don't forget about our reward. Perhaps you have some ancient or consecrated item?
Don't worry about that. We won't forget. The main thing is that we find who is to blame.
You got Brine, and you
Have
weren't
you had
making.
any arguments with the Vodinoi?
You weren't paying tribute.
With the Vodinoi, he doesn't give us any trouble in the factory. I'm a God-fearing man. We offered our Vodinoi vodka and baked treats.
That's good enough for me.
All right, I'll take a look at your factory.
I organize transportation for you. They'll get you to the station. There, the manager will show you the way to the factory. Go as soon as you're ready. I'll go on ahead. Well, see you soon.
God himself sent him, Basha. There you will break your seal. If only I had some Kupala salve, I could get there instantly. Oh, well, when Kupala comes, I'll get the required herbs. Get to it.
Oh, you can make multiple decks. Okay, I didn't see that before. That's going to be very important for me later. We have... Igor won't come with us, so we have to take Proshka. There's a song on the way here. I believe I can control this with Wazda. An herb? Peter's Cross. Sheridan. 100 verse, 66 miles. Solocamps, 22 verse, 14 miles. Ust Aroka, 10 verse, 6.6 miles. An herb. If you toss this herb at the feet of a Skomorok band, they'll start fighting and break each other's instruments. Thank you, the Alex G, for a raid with a party of 7. How did you get here?
A restless mischief of magpies is circling the telegraph post. The white collars of these birds flicker in the moonlight.
I'm not killing any birds. I know better. Do I look like an idiot to you? I'm going around bare knuckle boxing birds? Hell no. Thank you for the raid. Cart. Fedka, go shoot some magpies on the street. I'm sick of their cawing. This cart has seen better days. Can I touch this axe? I can touch it. This herb! The crying herb. Crying herb, crying herb. You've cried for so long but shed so few tears. Don't let your tears fall in the open field. Don't cast your rails over the blue sea. Strike fear to evil demons, half-demons, and old Kievan witches. And if they won't bow, drown them in tears. And if they run, banish them to the depths of hell. May my word be strong and resolute with you, forever and ever. The Crying Herb. For those of you that just showed up, we're playing Black Book. I kickstarted this game. We are playing as Vasilisa, which I believe in the Parm region of Russia.
The persistent neighing of a horse can be heard from the stables. When you come closer, you see a black shadow shuffling around the animal. You take a closer look and recollect your grandfather's lessons. This is a Susiedka. You're sure of it.
Susedko is the name for a domovoi, or a house spirit, in Sheridan Uyez. They are often called Susedko, pal, or Susedko, brother. In Komi Perm folklore, he is called Sused Kolon, or Vezaloon. He is a helpful rather than harmful spirit. He helps as a good neighbor might, and this may be why his name was similar to that of neighbor in Russian. So said. A domovoi lives alone, but the Susedko is a family spirit. He more closely resembles a patron of the head of the family that lives in an izba, and his wife and children are patrons to other members of the family. A Susedko warns of danger and protects people and pets, but strongly dislikes when his wards behave improperly. He may punish them for this at night by pressing on the sleeper's chest, so that his chest aches and his breathing becomes shallow. If any livestock have a hide that is the same color as the master's beard, the domovoi may take a liking to it. If a Susedko likes a horse, he might braid its mane. He also likes braiding women's hair. Cutting off these braids causes headaches.
Oh, a witch! Do your folk have a coven here or something?
Stop touching this horse.
Why do you torture the animal? A Sosietko is supposed to look after the horses, not torture them.
So you see me? What of it? This animal is the wrong color. It's not like that of the master.
I can't tie-dye the horse with your vague accent.
The color is wrong. What color do you require?
Oh, I'd be happy even with a small, puny horse, but it should be the same color of the master's beard. If I waste this one, he'll buy a new one.
Proshka, help.
I'm telling you as one Susietka to another. Do you see that girl's book?
Of course I do.
So if you're such a specialist in colors, take a look at its cover. All the Zagavars in there are for getting rid of Susietkas. Believe me, I know.
Once upon a time, I did beat Proshka's ass.
My, oh my.
The domovoi hisses like an angry cat. The spirit jumps off the horse and disappears into a dark corner of the stables.
I didn't do this for you, horse. I did this so you would shut the fuck up.
So I rolled up a cigarette. And then I tell him, spicing it up with curses.
Why are the curses spicy?
Then he crowed and disappeared. Happened this year in the hunting season.
Was he also asking about your daughter?
Come on, Your Excellence. Every knowledgeable passerby thinks he has to pull my leg.
God bless.
God bless.
The nobleman glances at you, flushes red, and nods in a restrained manner.
I have a husband. He's dead, but he's still my husband. I'm sorry.
There aren't any horses at the station.
Really? And what about your Sivka?
The Susetko's been riding that one for 7 nights straight. She doesn't let anybody near.
What if I told you I already dealt with
You
that?
have to wait for fresh post horses. They're due in the morning.
And listen to Samson's tall stories. My name is Alexander. My companion is none other than the station caretaker.
My name is Vasilisa. I'm going to the Uzbarovsk factory.
You won't make it far without a carriage at this hour. We can play some cards while we wait.
Fuck no.
Where are you from?
I'm bad at that card game.
From Vilgard. I have business at the factory. The horses could bring me only as far as this station.
The locals perhaps are afraid of riding in the direction of the factory.
You sound like Proshka, so I kind of like you, but...
Well, what do you expect? The factory is haunted, and now demons have snipped the telegraph lines. What a mess. At this rate, we'll be left without a Tsar.
Did the demons cut the lines or what?
Who else?
According to you, the demons are to blame for everything. Is winter also their doing?
Yes.
You bet. Have you heard of Shulikans?
Seasonal spirits coming out on the land on Christmas or New Year's Eve and going back under the water through the ice holes after baptizing them.
I know about them. And I know for a fact that the winter is not their doing. It's all in the celestial bodies.
Nah, bro. Demons.
Really?
So what happened to the telegraph?
Who knows? The monitor came, took the horses, told me he was going to fix them. took the stableman as well.
Samson says the spirits are to blame. He says all sorts of superstitious things.
I've killed a couple, so Samson's probably right.
Try living by the forest as long as I have. You'd see stranger things.
He's right.
What have you heard about the factory?
I'll do that later.
It used to be a fine factory. Before the devil came, people started to disappear.
I haven't seen them yet, so...
There's always some witchery going on.
Was it before the recent disappearances?
I heard the same thing from the peasants. They say it's a bad place.
That's right. Everyone knows the mills are all haunted. Why would the factory...
No. Da, 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 da. There we go. There.
Just don't go in the water if you can't swim.
I want to get touched by the hot,
You told me
like,
about
water
that,
boy
Lisa.
spirits, though.
Well, there's no lack of misfortune. Pahom sure had it tough. Then all these problems with the brine started.
Now they tell me more salt workers are disappearing. God is punishing them.
Just a little bit.
Or the devil.
Just a little bit.
What about you, Alexander? Where are you going?
The salt factory?
I'm going to Logovo village.
Logovo village.
I'm a doctor. Studied in St. Petersburg.
Oh, we got a man with a degree.
The doctor there has his hands full. A difficult case. We've been exchanging letters.
What if I told you it was demons?
I know a little about folk medicine. What happened here?
A witch doctor. A noble trade, but not as effective as the scientific approach.
You want to fist fight the devil, or you want to shut the fuck up and let me help?
Well, listen. The peasant girl developed a kind of emaciation. She can't sleep at night, hallucinates.
What do the people say?
The usual things. Curses, Khalduns.
They're right.
I know how to deal with that. Perhaps I could help you.
There's no curse there. I mean, are there even such things? There's a sick girl in Logova village. Come, I'll be waiting for you. I mean, I'll be in the village.
Good enough for me.
I'll go check on your livestock. Maybe I can calm it down.
Go on. His Excellence also has places to go. He's been waiting.
I already calmed down the horse.
Oh, Vasilisa. So, how's the horse?
I managed to calm the animal down. I made arrangements with the Susietko.
Well, what do you know? All right. I'll get you where you need.
Thank you for not sharing any more of these wonderful stories.
Bruh.
They aren't stories, that's what happened.
There's a song, we have Proshka, there's 3 encyclopedias of which we already have one. Do we have an item? We have an herb. It's the snake herb.
Oh, Vasilisa. So, how's the horse?
Do I just go to the cart, or... Fedor, a stableman, I guess. Are we ready to go, or are you gonna keep... Can you fix my camera? Oh, I can just move. Fuck, I'm dumb. I want to go help this doctor man to prove him wrong.
The caretaker points in the direction of Ust-Urolka, and the cart with Alexander in it departs to Logova village. As you plan your next moves, you're interrupted by a shadow that appears suddenly on the road.
Draw the
You
circle.
quickly draw a circle. The shadows come closer while you prepare the black book. Soon, a peasant stands before you with a heavy club in his hand.
Doesn't quite work on a peasant. You have the greatest coat out of all the peasants.
I'm from Vilgard. I'm headed to the salt works.
Cross yourself first.
You make the sign of the cross over yourself.
Phew, I thought I'd run into a demon. That kind wouldn't be willing to bless itself. I was sent for a night watch from Ust-Barovsk village. Shorts are bothering folk at the factory. You're heading there?
Well, yes. I'm an Or from Cherdyn. I'd like to help.
A witch? I'd better get going.
Yeah?
What have you heard about the missing salt?
I heard it went missing long ago. Must be some thieves.
Could it be
Stealing all the salt.
Could be. Oh, kingdom of the Lord. I used to be a salt walker once. See? Ears are all eaten away. Better ears than the immortal soul, though.
At the beginning of May, once the spring floods allowed ships to approach cities, the arrangement of trade caravans began. Salt was sent to Nizhny Novgorod, the center of the salt trade. Laborers shouldered large sacks full of salt and carried them onto the ships. The salt irritated their ears and neck, which swelled and turned red. This is the origins of the widely known phrase, salty-eared Permiak, Perm citizen.
What did you hear about the missing people?
A stretch for the road? Let's do it.
Gone without a trace. At first, we thought they'd gone on a drinking binge. But no.
Anyone that goes on a drinking binge isn't going to go very far. Oh. All stretched up. Nowhere to go.
They went missing during their night watch.
You've never binged at nighttime?
I heard there was a thick fog on those nights. Looked like a river overflowing.
Well, God bless you.
We're gonna go fist fight demons on the riverbank.
The murmur of the Chornaya River can be heard amidst the darkness. You also hear several voices nearby. A prickly sensation on your back tells you they belong to the spirits. Having heard your voice and the holy words, the spirits disappear. The only thing you hear is a water splash. On a stone by the water, you notice a wet comb. You leave the river behind and go back on the road to Ust-Barovsk.
We got a river comb. We got a story. We got a story from the river comb. Mermaid's comb. We're known for fishing, but not just angling, mind you. Fishing starts before dawn. Men come with nets, fish, and spears. There used to be quite a bit of fish in this river. One time the lads threw insults at a rusalka, but she frightened away all the fish by combing her hair on the stones. She dropped her comb, and the lads, fools they were, picked it up. And wouldn't you know it, their nets tangled up, the fish escaped, and the crew chief got sick all of a sudden. Some witch talked some sense into them, told them to return the comb. They came back to the same place, put it under a stone, and placed a loaf of bread as an offering with blins to boot. Next morning the offering was gone, and wouldn't you know it, so was their chief's ailment. The net started bringing in plenty of fish to sell again. Mermaids! The devil's comb. To the grim forest. I sense something wrong beneath these branches. Doesn't bother me a bit.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion.
Be wise and go forth. No literal serve.
So he can give us new Zagovirs. And I'm going to buy all of them. Just to have them in the book. And then we're gonna look at our book and move things around. So let's start fresh with deck 2. So that is not something that we want. These are not things that we want. Scorchits, yes, we're gonna stick with Scorchits. So, going from our first page, we are going to continue with the Scorchets. The Urazi are not good. Nuke all of them. And we're going to use these instead. This is no good. We're going to take a Voil instead. And we're going to take 2 of them. So now that we're lacking a bit of defense, and I think we need to make up for it, so drop this key, drop these keys, drop that, and let's look at our keys really quickly. So keys that I'm willing to take. I'm immune to ward, so in Father's Name is no good for me. Koldun Fiend is fine. Amen is fine. This is fine. This is fine. And we will take 1 Raba just to keep everything in check. But now we're going to start looking into these. We are going to add Cain, and we're also going to add Abel. The Moon Brothers is really good. And we're going to take Bluestone. Red Sun is something that I'm not super interested in. And then we are going to take Freezor the Sticky. And we're going to run with this for a second, see how it feels.
Sharp pine trees overhang the road like the legions of demons you've seen in many icons at the Church of the Trinity. You nearly jump. The forest darkness is torn apart by a flaming whirlwind hurtling over the trees. Broshka advises you to follow the demon. Could he be the one to blame for Logova's misfortunes? You run after the fiery whirlwind. You think that you've lost it, but then see it above the trees again. The chase leads you to Logova village. The fiery omen circles the chimney of one of the houses, and then vanishes. You knock on the door of the Izba, next to which you saw a fiery image vanish. Alexander opens the doors. Inside, the doctor has already prepared the remedies. Among the bottles, you notice several old candles.
I didn't expect you to answer the invitation.
It's because I know that you're full of shit.
But come in. Here is the sick girl.
On a bench under the icons lies an emaciated woman. Her eyes are open, but clearly do not see. She whispers abrupt phrases.
That's Nikota.
Come. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Nikota.
What are you talking about? What are you waiting for?
Vanya. He's back. I know it.
It seems that this woman is delirious after several sleepless nights.
That's a Nikota.
This Vanya, is he presumed dead?
He's alive. Alive. I've seen him. He's well, except for his missing spine.
Her husband was killed in action. The news came not so long ago, they say.
I saw a demon near the village.
That's the tales of Samson. They make you see things.
Alexander, I'm doing
No,
work.
I think Evil Spirits has a hand in this.
Of course they did.
Alright, thanks for dropping by. Get some rest.
Don't believe me? I know for sure a demon's at fault. The demon comes to the girl in the image of her dead husband. It drains her of her life force and can lead to her death. What spirit is to blame for her sickness?
Some shorts take an image of a dead relative, often the husband, and come to the grieving. Such a short flies in the sky as a fire, sheaf, broom, or spindle. Only on the ground it assumes the dead man's image. One can recognize this demon by the absence of his spine.
Looks like a fiery snake's doing. It all fits. The dead man, the visions, the lack of a spine. He must be close right now.
Close? Yes, he's here. Soon my Vanya will come.
We didn't really learn about fiery snakes.
When did she fall ill?
The local doctor first wrote to me about her several months ago.
A long time. We won't cure her with words at this point. There's this type of chort. They take the form of the dead and visit the living. They can also look like their husbands. We need to ambush the chort that's been haunting her. If we get on the stove, he won't notice us. You'll see it with your eyes if you're close.
This is madness.
I said get on the fucking stove,
If we
Alexander.
don't do this, the woman will soon follow her husband. No powders will make her better. Besides, they say that educated men like to put everything to the test.
Alexander reluctantly agrees and gets on top of the stove. You don't wait long. Sparks fly out of the mouth of the stove, and out crawls a pale chort with cow's hooves. For a moment, you think you hear Alexander whispering protective Zagavers. However, you have no time to think. You need to decide what to do next.
An evil spirit called the Fiery Snake often presents itself to women who are grieving for their lost husbands. To its victims, this demon is indistinguishable from their loved ones, but to outsiders it appears as a ball of flames or as a sheaf of sparks. It sometimes brings gifts to peasant girls, which by morning turn to stones or dung. One can also identify the snake by its back, which appears to be a coffin or rotting flesh. Speak with it.
Hey, you demon, come again yesterday.
You're dead as shit.
Hold the streak in the book. Who's there on the stove?
Why do you torture this girl with a fiery snake? Get out while you still can.
You guessed it.
That's what I think.
That's enough. The stove won't stop me. I'll get you.
The chort turns into a sheaf of sparks. You jump off the stove and draw a circle.
The Fiery Rage. Next attack deals 1, reduces when taking damage. Fiery Sickness is what he has. Increases blessed by 5 with every health lost. This is going to be weird. Throw a Scorch It in there. The Moon Brothers are nice. I guess we're healing up because we can't do anything. I lack any real damage. He's hitting me for 36. What if you were hitting me for nothing? We have to do this or we're gonna die to the waste. He's hitting us for 32. He's going to take 15. Let's do the math. If it was 45, it would drop it down 30. So 20. He'll be left with 28. We need to somehow hit him for 28. So that's 8, 16. This will take it up to 21. We still need to hit him for 7. I don't think this is going to go in our favor. It's not even going to work because we're only hitting him for 1 because we have this suppressed thing going on. We tangle with death every day. I think we can just murk him. Not with suppressed. Yeah, we just die. Restart the battle. I think we can make this work. So he has rage, which means it'll increase blessed by 5 with every health, and he's going to give us, or the fiery sickness is going to start. That's what he's going to do to us. Okay. That means we need to hit him as hard as we can, very early. So now we start using our waste. And then we can't do anything about that, so we are going to have to... We're gonna keep using this because eventually this suppressed is gonna go away, and then he's gonna beg for mercy. We need to make sure we continue healing up as much as we can. So we're going to take 20 damage. We're going to take 30 damage now. We're pulling too many defense cards. I've made a grievous mistake. So now we're going to take 30 damage on our turn. And they're going to hit us with the fiery sickness again. So we're going to take 28 on our turn. We need to heal or we'll die. And it needs to be for more than 8. We're gonna get the regen. We'll be okay. So now we're going to be hit for 27 on our turn. He's going to get hit for 16. We're suppressed again, which fucking sucks. Crying Herb's only going to take away our suppressed. Could we whittle him down? This will do 10. That'll take him down to 32. This is going to take up his waist to 21. I still think we're going to be hit by too much waste to do anything. Yeah, we're just dead. I'm gonna be right back. And then we're gonna look at our bookbinding. We can do better. Okay, let's see what we can do. So what we have right now, we have way too much. We do not need all these Avdelies. That's way too much heal. We're inundating ourselves with heal. It's not doing what we need it to do. I'm gonna drop Rava because when we're healing, we're doing it off of. When we're guarding, we're doing it off of Amen. I mean, we could technically keep it. Let's look in our second seal things. Maybe Red Sun's gonna become relevant for us. Why isn't George the father in here? And we'll throw in our second Igla just to keep us going. We're gonna exit. We're gonna restart the battle. See if this pans out differently. Okay, so his rage is going to grow as we hit him. This is the time to hit him. So we are now suppressed, which is not good. So yeah, what we want to be doing is a lot of like rot, waste. Waste is what we need to be doing. The thing about suppressed is that it's not going to reduce unless we start hitting him. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our herb, the crying herb, to get rid of that suppressed. And then we're going to drop this. We're going to hit with George the Father. Kane's not going to do what I want it to do. We're going to hit with this, with this. Are we going to get hit very hard? Yes, we're going to get hit very hard for 34, which is not something I'm interested in. And I want to drop some of this, of which I think we're not going to have a choice. So we are going to drop one of our fierce attacks. Do this with the Avoil. Heal by 4 with the Well-Versed. Have Proshka help us, and then run it like this. He's hitting us for 28. We don't have the suppressed effect. He's technically hitting us for... It's going to be 28 plus the 9. So technically 35. We're at 21 HP. We're going to use the Adam's head just to be on the ball here. And see what we can do. I wish Abel did more for us. We're gonna get weird with it. So all we need to do is heal up with another Adam's Head to negate this waste that we have here. And then I think we could get like a cane thing going on. We could kill this thing in one turn. We could kill this thing now. Cursed is something they really want us to get into when it comes to the Aspen, is what it's saying. Because this key inflicts damage equal to the enemy's status curse times 3. And this will give us 10 block if the enemy is cursed. I like to deal more towards the damage, but we do need to start speccing into a different way. Shuka Beluga is a weird thing. Does it give me sin, or I'm gonna take Shuka Beluga just to see what it means.
The short breaks out with a brilliant flame and disappears into the stove. It won't return to this Izba, but it's better for you to prepare for your next encounter with it. You inspect the sick girl. She looks a bit less pale. Her strength is gradually returning to her. Alexander thanks you modestly and prepares to set off. The young man avoids looking at you. It seems his meeting with the demon had a profound effect on him. He reluctantly admits that he whispered some prayers while sitting on the stove.
Who wouldn't, though? We are going to go into our items because we do need to heal up a bit. We're at this much out of this much. Just to keep us on our toes here. And we're gonna move on. The telegraph line. We heard there were some issues here. Rushka helped. You always have to remember your companions. I do it a lot. I overlook them. You can't do that.
The telegraph wires stretch between the poles like the strings of a giant spindle. The wooden structures look alien, and the grim trees around them seem to glare at them reproachfully. By the road, you notice a couple arguing in a lively manner.
Oh, Lord. How do I even begin my journey there? My lord, I'm scared. Did you hear what they were saying on the station?
I'll show you, Scad.
Good evening.
Why am I a silhouette?
Let God arise and his foes vanish.
Oh, damn you. Who goes there?
My name is Vasilisa. I'm going to the Ustyrolsk factory.
Good lord. Why are you roaming around at night?
Because I have my Zagoviers to help me.
You're up to our necks as it is. I'll get this Samson. He scared all the neighborhood.
He was right, though.
I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes. Under the poles, the tracks are human, and then they turn into hoof tracks.
You've never turned into a horse before?
I'm not going there. You go if you need it.
Mind who you're talking to. I'm the monitor.
They want us to help with the fucking telegraph poles. That's what it is.
What were those tracks? Perhaps it was some animal.
No animal walks barefoot.
All animals walk barefoot.
When the chief told me about the telegraph, I went over there, and I find this thing.
Animals don't wear
So are you,
shoes.
Ren?
Come here tomorrow. I'm sure it won't be as haunted in the morning.
I can't. The supervisors will skin me alive. I've been told to find the source of the problem and fix it.
Demons.
I'm not afraid of Chorts. I can go there and check.
Well, if my worker doesn't want to, I leave it to you. As a reward, you'll receive his daily wage.
Fine by me. I wait here. Keep the money.
I was gonna be upset if he's like, wait a minute, like, no.
All right. I'll be back soon as I deal with the Chorts.
He's like, if you want to go deal with it, I'll pay you what I was gonna pay him to deal with the bullshit. The rut is an old one. It's dry. It hasn't rained for a long time. And herb? And herb? And herb? No herb there. Bare feet turn to hooves.
The road leads to the village. In the distance, you seem to discern the settlement lights.
Why would demons damage the telegraph line? Here's the torn cable. A clean cut. No magpie did this, that's for sure. Do you just want me to move along, or... Like, I can't go back this way. I've poked at everything here that you'll let me poke at.
The road leads to the village. In the distance, you seem to discern.
The telegraph was such a marvel for its time,
Despite
honestly.
the late hour, the peasants aren't sleeping. Almost all of the residents of this small village have gathered on the street. The discussion quiets down once they notice your figure on the road.
Good evening. Where are you heading?
Good evening to you, good people. The telegraph manager sent me to inspect.
Oh, the demon slowed it down. Did you see that?
I did?
Yes,
Well, if you saw it, off you go. It's dangerous here. The place is haunted. Who knows what else?
I saw the torn wire. I haven't seen any demons, though. There was some strange tracks near the pole.
Well, what do you expect from a demon?
I know it can take the form of a person.
Strange that they stayed there in this dry weather.
Well, it's a Chort we're talking about. He leaves his tracks where he wants.
Why do you know so much
There's
about
another
this?
thing I wanted to ask you.
There's nothing more to ask. I'm telling you, go on your way.
The peasants see you off with heavy gazes. You understand you won't get anything from these people, and return to the road.
I'm gonna get
Having
jumped
noticed
by this
your
dude.
approach, the monitor comes to meet you.
So, did you figure out what's wrong?
Looks like a demon's doings. People in the village are also scared senseless.
See, that's what I was talking about.
This is bad. What should we do?
We'll call Father. He'll bless the telegraph.
We'll see about it. And thank you. Here is part of your reward for your courage.
Well, goodbye.
You pay this man three rubles a day. People bring me more just to curse their neighbors.
Just before dawn, the village is still, wrapped in icy dew. You're greeted by the whisper of a stream, a breath of damp wind, and the faint song of peasants who stayed up late. The quiet melody restores your powers.
Can I hear the song? There sat the raven.
Когда закроются мои глаза, ох, и я тогда своего дружка забуду, когда закроются мои глаза, сердце кровью обольется. Грудь завянет, как трава. Ух, и грудь завянет, как трава, засохнет, расцвесть не сможет никогда. Ох, и грудь завянет, как трава, засохнет, расцвесть не сможет никогда.
I like to play through the entire songs because I can tell that some love and care went into the music of this game, and it'd be abhorred of me to overlook it.
You pass the tranquil settlement and go to a crossroads. Looks like some chorts are hiding here.
You don't understand. I will beat your ass. In 3 turns, he's gonna hit me for 15. He's about to poison me for 2. He's going to hit me for 2. Okay. No. Start rotting this man away. He's only gonna hit me for 1. He's gonna hit me with that poison for 1. Which is fine. I don't mind it. We blocked all the damage. The poison's gonna hurt us every time we play a card. I'm okay with that. He's going to die, and the next turn he's gonna hit us. We'll kill this man. We're not gonna get as much from Cain as we like. Let's actually kill this man that's given us issues. Always start with George the Father first to maximize your damage. Start with George the Father. No, we're not worried about that. Start beating this man who's reciting time ends next turn. Against better judgment, we are going to use Cain anyway, and then we're going to use Amen just to get our piety up. So if we have to guard, it'll be fine. I don't mind the damage we take from the poison because this man dies when his turn rolls around. Goodbye. Rest in peace. He is going to hit us for 1 damage. I'm okay with the consequences of that. Homie, though, he's going to remove our positive status effects. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Let's get some of this done, and then let's get some of this done. We're not doing enough damage, in my personal opinion, to... Scorch is going to kill him. We're fine. Ishak Horove, burning, deals 7 damage to all enemies for each herb used. Curse is something I'm very interested in. We are going to take Curse, though. That other one was like, it was top tier for me. Because we do use a lot of herbs.
You reach the factory office. They were expecting you, and you soon meet the manager.
Ah, Vasilisa, you're here? Good.
It took me forever, but yeah, I did it.
Yes, the Lord surely helped me to get here. You could at least have sent some horses to get me.
It's not that far away.
You really don't know what's been going on? In one village, I had to defeat a fiery snake. In the other village, God knows what's been going on. Demons are cutting the wires.
That's all bad news. If I knew beforehand, I would give the coachman some money for vodka. They also get scared in the dark. Well, I'm sure it will work out. The main thing right now is to figure out what's been going on here at the factory.
If you're dealing with supernatural forces, I have 2 forms of advice. One form of advice comes from a man that's older in the things that I peruse. By peruse, I mean I read some of the, I think it's called the Wardstone. It's like this, I can't say that word. It's, what are they actually calling this book? Because I can't call it what I know it by. Because there were issues with people thinking it was a thing. I'm gonna call it what I know it is. It's called The Spook's Apprentice, and there's when dealing with the dark, one mentality is that you need to be hungry and sober. So no drinking, as little food as possible to keep your mind sharp and clear. Giving them vodka wouldn't do what you want it to do.
What's most important is to go on making salt.
I've heard that even before the disappearances, there was something strange going on.
Scooby-Doo-Doo.
People talk.
Can you tell me more?
You're lying to me.
Ah, let bygones be bygones. There was nothing of this sort. No hauntings.
Well, home, you're lying to
The
me.
brine went away, so they started talking. It was a long time ago. Nothing to do with the missing man. Besides, the brine is here again.
What do you think brought it?
Did anything happen while you were gone?
Oh no, everything's fine, thank God. I feel quite uneasy here at the factory. I'm sure it's some kind of demon.
All right, time to get to work.
Oh, thank you, Vasilisa. I've arranged a room for you. Rest a bit, and get to work. The lads will show you the way.
Homie, you're lying to me.
Listen, Proshka, can you see the demons at the factory with those demon eyes of yours?
Bah, evil spirits are everywhere. I'm sure we'll meet some at the factory. That doesn't mean we're always the ones to blame.
Well, actually, usually does.
That's just the way your Khaldoons tell it. Look at me. I'm kindness and fluffiness itself.
Don't believe his lies.
True, but before you I saw countless chorts, but none of them were fluffy, if you will.
You just need to get to know them better.
Right.
We are going to deal with some things. We are going to get Freezor the Sticky. We're going to start using that more. We picked up Shuka Beluga. I've got very mixed feelings about Shuka Beluga. And I thought that Igor's ability to curse enemies was chef's kiss. Like, the best companion. We're now getting the ability to do that ourselves. So we are getting stronger. And I will poke with our book. We have... I'm going to pester the Chorts. We are going to send... the people that cripple us. And we're going to see our visitors, we're going to save, and then we're going to end the stream. I hope you brought me bread!
Wake up, it's done already.
Sir, watch your fucking tone.
Pahom wants you in his office. Are you a new salt carrier?
No.
All right, I don't have much time. Don't forget to close the door.
Anyway, thank you everybody for coming out and watching me stream. If you like what you saw, feel free to leave a follow. I try to stream as often as I can, whenever I can. But, you know, schedules become tumultuous sometimes. Thank you, the Alex G, for the raid. I really appreciate it. If you guys like what you saw, feel free to leave a follow. I already said that. But anyway, thank you for being here. Let me make sure I save. So we're going to overlook this one right here. And we're going to look at it. Factory Izba right here. This is where we're loading in. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.